Hi, happy Monday. Even though it's the school holidays, but I don't know what to do with myself anymore, and I'm about to go and make more Danishes because that's what I do. Yesterday I made a video for the astronomer that I work for, so I may have lost the plot completely. No, nobody needs to find south with a wine glass, let alone two. However, if you want to know how to navigate and find south, there's a video on Under the Stars Facebook page. And in the meantime, I'm going to wonder why there's wine glasses in my office. It's very weird having this boring backdrop. I want a whiteboard and whiteboard pens. I'll figure that one out. Right, so there's a couple of questions that I've had from people, and the first one is exactly how do you do the work? So other than giving you this piece of shade, it's not like we didn't start this in class, guys. It's not like that. Anyway, so ignoring the fact that we started this in class and we did it, I'll show you. So the paperwork itself, just keep in mind, I know that you're all missing my mini tabs. Just rest assured in knowing that I have many of them still. Okay, so the actual paperwork itself, we're talking, this is the level 3 one, but the level 3 one is really similar to all the others because it's the way I roll. At the top, you've just got the information, blah, 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 blah. No, nobody ever reads this. Just nobody ever reads it. You should, but you just don't. So mostly just ignore it. It's all the things we did in class. Then you get to this bit here, where I haven't updated the year because I'm special needs. Because I never get around to updating the year. This is just basically for me to know who you are. If you've kept a journal because you're one of those people going for a super excellence and you actually followed the instructions and listened when I said in class, This is why Florence is officially getting a gold star when I make my gold star chart over here. I'm giving myself a gold star as well, but that's because I think I figured out how to hang up a curtain track. And I haven't given myself an apocalypse haircut yet. But I will, let's be honest. We're just minutes away from either shaving it all off or dyeing it rainbow. You decide. I've lost the plot. I haven't even watched a lot of YouTube in the last few days. It's just basically been cooking. I made gnocchi last night. It was very nice. Now I'm going to be eating a lot of gnocchi. Anyway, that page. You can then ignore the next page unless you, well, you can ignore this page, the character analysis, unless you are a level 3. Then you need it. But you guys have mostly all done it anyway. And I think the questions are mostly coming from level 1s, to be fair. So this sheet here, these ones here, all you need is to talk about 5 times that you've used voice, body, movement, and space. So you'll notice there are 5 empty boxes. So all you need to do in the first bit is just write, what is the line? Out, damn spot. What you did. It's what you did. Out, pause, damn spot. So physically, what did you do with your voice in that moment? And then why did you do it? Why did you put the pause where you did? And that's the bit where it separates your achievements from your merits and your excellences. At level 1, there's not really any wrong answers as long as you have a why, so that everything you did was intentional. Okay? Now, if you're looking at it and you're going, oh, yeah, and you can't, if you scroll right back up near the beginning, there's a cheat sheet. Now, here on the cheat sheet, under the resources, you've got a whole stack of different techniques that you can use for body language and for voice and all that sort of thing. So you can look down, you go, accent. Did I use an accent? No, don't do that one. Articulation. Did I articulate what I was saying? Did I have to focus on my breathing because I've got a lot of long speeches, or the iambic pentameter is a little bit rough, or the way the New Zealand accent works makes it difficult? Did you have to use cueing, where you are either speaking over somebody else or listening to somebody else's cue before you come in? inflections, pace, pausing, phrasing, pitch, projection, tone, volume. I mean, you can all talk about volume because you all need to be heard. So you've got those there as well. Now, the people whose paperwork I have seen, because they've either sent me a message to say, yo, can you look at my paperwork? And I've done that, looking good. If you don't know what you're doing, just flick me a message and I can try and either explain by video, or if you send me your number, I can ring you because I don't have anything to do, let's be honest, except make Danish pastries and hang out with Care Bears. This one's got a kite on it. I don't even know what Care Bear this is anymore. So later on today I'm going to be Googling which Care Bear is which. Just saying. Yeah, and probably making more gnocchi or eating more gnocchi. Or somebody shared me a recipe for gnocchi made out of sweet potatoes. Yeah, I'm going to be making kumara gnocchi. Anyway, that's that paperwork, all right? So you just scoom through. Usually it's around about page 12. Ignore all the other pages. It's just these ones here, voice, body, movement and space, that matter. And then the last one is the one that I want you to have a look at today, or whenever you see this video, is your evaluation. Now, normally we'd be evaluating how our performances had gone. You know, what did you do well? What could you have improved on? That sort of thing. But we can't really evaluate the performance unless you're Eva's group, because I think they're the only group with a full performance. Yeah, you can definitely evaluate how things went in your practice run performance, or if you shared that video, you'll notice I've put COVID in the title of it, and that's just so that when we do the rest of them, when school gets back again and life is normal and there's no more apocalypse, we can have both videos there. Okay, so mostly evaluate the following things. How did you work? Did you make a good use of your time? How did you find the rehearsal process? Did you use the rehearsal process properly? How did you feel when you actually had a go performing on stage, whether or not it was a go with a scripted performance, a scripts down performance, or whether you got your final one there? And how are you coping with it right now? How are you going to make sure that you're still prepared to do the performance when school gets back up and running? All of those sorts of things, right? Now, a couple of other things that I got from, because I put out a survey, because that's what people do on a Sunday. It turns out that some of you enjoy my videos, so for those of you who don't like them, you're shit out of luck. They're staying. Hi to the people who are the fans and haters. I'm a YouTuber now, so I definitely need to do a crying on my kitchen floor video. Yeah, or a chopping all my hair off video. That's another one that will end up happening, let's be honest. I should also start saying like, comment and subscribe a lot more than I do, but deep down, none of you need this quality content after the lockdown, hopefully. I can't wait for school to go back already. What was I ranting about? Oh yes, there's a survey. The survey's on Google Classroom. Admittedly, one of the questions is, have you logged into Google Classroom? And it's saying 100% of you have, but of course you have, because that's where I put the survey. So a stupid question on my behalf there. If you haven't done that survey yet, if you can, that would be great, because I'm going to spend the next wee while trying to work out what's the best way of presenting information to you, particularly as we're about to finish the Shakespeare stuff and we're going to go into the next standard. So 11sies, you're going to be getting different information to the 12s and 13sies. So the shout outs will become age specific. Most sorry for that. Do carry on with your children's book readings, because they're really popular with Booktown and the primary schools are loving them. This morning I uploaded Josh's one. Florence's one got shared on the Facebook page for Booktown yesterday. I'm still touching my face. It's a struggle. So keep doing those children's stories, because they are being sent out to the primary schools and people are watching them, and it's really lovely. It's also another way that we can sort of stay connected. I do want to have a colouring competition for our class, because I found all my felt pens. I just have to work out, how do I make a colouring competition? without making it that you all then have to print out a lot of paper. I mean, I have my printer, and I found my printer cables, but I don't have any printer paper. If the supermarket has printer paper, The other thing is, I thought we could maybe have like a Zoom chat at some point and just catch up if you wanted, etc. Yeah. I think I've downloaded the app and I've been doing some experimenting with it, and I've got a friend of mine who's going to give me a bit of a tutorial on it later on in the week, all going well. SGCNZ have posted up a couple of new competitions, so you can keep working on the costume design one. I'll put up some details in the email about there's a poster, there's a DVD cover competition, and so there's a music competition for those musos out there looking at you, Adam Butler, for writing and composing a piece of music. That composition can then get you to the Globe, as well as count for a music composition in your music class with Mr. Marks, if you wanted it to. But they've posted up a new one. There's a sonnet writing competition, which is just for the lockdown. Another one that's come through in the last wee while is the Wararapa Sky people are putting together a competition for astrophotography, or taking photos of the stars in your backyard. Don't know what the prizes are. I figure at this point, who cares what the prizes are, because none of us can do anything anyway. Yeah. Yep. I would really like to play a game of Trivial Pursuits, but I don't know how to play a game of Trivial Pursuits with my lack of friends, and I don't know how to do it over the internet. So I'm looking to you for that there, my people. You're my people, and I love my people. Yeah, so now I'm going to go and make some more pastry. Like, comment, subscribe, etc. Bonus points if you can recognise which television show this hoodie's from. Super bonus points, let's be honest. Yeah. If you don't know what you're doing on the paperwork, just flick me an email. If you do know what you're doing and you know that one of your friends doesn't, help them out. Hopefully this helps. It's mostly those tables and writing down 5 things that you did for each of those voice body movement space. Ignore all the other pages, because that's the stuff that we've already done in class and you were all listening to and learning from, because deep down you love learning and learning makes you happy. I'm really pleased to see that lots of you have got heaps of schoolwork to do. Go hard on that maths, and then as soon as we get to proper school kicking back off again, proper school, I mean after the school holidays, we're going to be doing script writing, and we're going to be doing the work of a playwright standard with each of the seniors and the 11sies. So there's going to be a lot of different things coming up there, and then there'll be daily tasks that you'll get from me rather than just finishing off paperwork kind of tasks. So take care. If you want a recipe for Danish pastries, by all means, I will 100% pop that up there. There's a time-lapse video of me making Danish pastries. I have actually lost the plot, let's be honest. So today's plan, I'm going to be putting up some more curtain tracks at some point, and trying to work out how can I MacGyver a whiteboard and a star chart and find out whether or not there's printer paper at Super Value. What's the chances that I'm going to get printer paper and then realise I don't have any printer ink? Honestly. And now looking at my windows, I might actually wash my windows at some point, because I don't handle boredom very well. I don't handle sitting still very well. It's a life struggle. However, Frozen 2 is on Disney Plus, because I saw that there and thought, that's now on my list of priorities and things to do. And I just got Marquee TV, which is all of the theatre-y ones online. If you do want to annoy your family, because that's what I did yesterday, watch Oklahoma in the bathroom with Hugh Jackman and sing full volume until someone says, can you not? Let's just say the dogs weren't complaining. Well, they didn't say anything, to be honest, but and the other one is that there's a whole stack of other ones being streamed. this amount of April, the James Corden One Man, Two Governors comedy at the National Theatre is going to be on, and that one's going to be really cool. You've seen little snippets of it if you've done the junior drama assessment. It's the one where James Corden fights with himself. You know the boom, 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 boom. You know the one. If that doesn't explain it, I don't know what does. So just keep asking yourself the following things. Am I being kind? Am I being cool? Am I looking after myself? What would Beyonce do? And if you can come out of this lockdown either, being all buff and ripped, which isn't going to be me, or having written a hit album on your ukulele, which could yet be me. Probably won't be me. Let's face it, I'm probably in the third category of people who are going to knit an entire wardrobe. It started. Anyway, take care. Love you all. Miss you all. Hopefully the next time you see me, I will have worked out some sort of whiteboard scenario, because I do miss being able to write on a whiteboard, and I miss the fact that you all draw little filthy pictures all over my whiteboard. Take care, my people.